Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Word. What I want to have a look at in this module is how to use the table of contents feature that you get with Microsoft Word. So what I've got here is a document, 6 or 7 pages, 6 pages long, with heading styles. These are heading styles, which is the main part of table of contents. Without heading styles, you cannot use the table of contents feature. Also, with heading styles, if I click on the View tab and activate the navigation pane, you get this sort of feature. So it lists the heading styles for this document down this left-hand side, and I can navigate through the document by clicking on these. And better still, I can actually move. If I move that heading up to below benefits, it actually moves that whole chunk of text associated with that heading. I'll just do undo to put it back as well, so it's better than doing copy and paste. So if you've bothered yourself to do heading styles or use heading styles, you get some great features like that. Now, once you've got heading styles in your document, and I'll do a blank document with some heading styles, so I'll show you how to do it from scratch, but let's see how the table of contents works. So on the references tab, you have table of contents. So I'm going to get myself above introduction. So if I press enter, what I've done there is I've actually brought down the heading style. If I go back to home for a second, still saying heading 1. I want that to be normal. You've got to be careful when you're pressing enter on heading styles, because you will be bringing the style down on these blank lines if you're not careful, and then anything you insert in there will be picked up in the table of contents, and sometimes that might not be what you want. So I've put it back to normal like so, and then on references you've got table of contents, preset styles. I'm going to pick the top one, and it just drops in like that. Now what you've got here, these are hyperlinks. If you hold your control key down, you can click on it, it'll take you to that relevant part. However, I've just showed you that this is a far superior beast, really. It's just a legacy from the older versions that you can do that, but it's nothing bad about that. It's just a feature you can use. Now obviously this is picking up wherever there's a heading style of whatever type. So the top one is heading 1, and these two are heading 2s. I haven't got any heading 3s, but you could use multiple headings. They would all be indented in if you did. If I add extra pages, so if I go down here and do a hard page break, just doing control enter a couple of times just to get myself 2 extra page breaks, and I'll get myself back to the top. Obviously now the page numbers are not correct. So the beauty of this is when you click into the heading style, you have this option. If you don't have this option, you're probably in an older version of Word, but you still will have it on the ribbon. Should have it there. You can also press F9, function key F9 to do this, but I'm just going to click that. It's asking me to update page numbers only, which is the one I need. If I'd added a title, another title in those 2 blank pages, I would have to select that option. But for now, I'll just click OK, and the page numbers changed over. So you've got page 3 there now. That was on page 2 before. So that's as simple as that. That's how you update a table of contents. Now if I get myself a blank piece of paper, blank document, this is how you do it. So if I want to do a heading, a new heading, you've got your heading styles here. I tend to use heading 2, but all of these styles are preset by Microsoft. So if I click on heading 1 and then just type introduction, you can see whatever style that is. So that is, it's got blue font on it, and if you highlight it, you can see, I'll move that out of the way for a second, it's got space before set. Now you can modify all of these styles for this document or any document if you want. So if I go into modify, I don't want it blue for a start, so let's put that back to black. And I do want it bold, so I'll have it bold. You get a little preview there, and I don't want that for font, and I don't want that size either, so I'm changing this down. And the key thing is I do not like that, so I'm going to take that off. So into paragraph, and 12 points before, just put that back to 0, and then you've got everything there set how you want it. You click OK, and then you can automatically update this document or set that so that every new document has this edited style. I'll just leave that both of those off for a moment, click OK, and then you get that style there. So when I press enter after that style, it goes back to normal look. So it's gone back to normal. So I'll just type some text in there. I've got some text in auto text. Now let's do a heading style 2. So heading style 2, that one. I'll just have a quick look at this, see what this is. So heading 2, it's, yeah, okay, that's okay. And then just check whether there's any spacing before paragraph. No, so that's all right. I'll use that all the time, so that's why it's set to that. That has already been edited. So then I can just go part 1. There's a heading style, and then I'll just do a bit more text, auto text, and then I want heading style 2 again, and then part 2, and then your text, and so on. Now if you want to create your own style, which I've got there, if I create a new one, if I go into this, if you want it to be picked up in the table of contents, you have to get it based on a heading style. So this is a new style, so I'll call this Sax, and its style type is a paragraph, and I'll base it on heading 2, and the following paragraph should be normal, otherwise it will stay on heading 2. And I'll change the color to something weird and wonderful, like that. Not that, that's a bit grim. Let's go for green. Okay, that's still grim, but never mind. So it's based on heading 2, and we know heading 2 hasn't got any issues with spaces before or after, so that's okay. Click OK, click OK, and then you've got it selected. That little triangle, it means it's selected. So if I go part 3, enter, and then type my little auto text again, it should go back to a normal paragraph, which it does. So that's how you can edit your own, but don't go mad. I've seen documents with 50 or 60 styles up here. It causes real confusion with when people are trying to edit things and there's different styles in different paragraphs. I would always suggest that you edit the preset styles to fit your need or suit your need. But now let's have a look at this. If I go back up to the top, get myself a little space, come down, put that back to normal, and then let's put my table of contents in there. Pick the default one, and then it drops it in there like that. And even though it's not picked up the color, it has picked up the style because it's based on heading style 2, and they're all indented in, as you can see. So if you don't base it on a heading style, it doesn't pick it up. So if I try and show you that, if I do another one, so if I just do a new style, call it Saxo, leave it on normal, and the paragraph will be normal. But I'll change the size and everything so it stands out. Okay. Come back to normal, can do my little paragraph, and close this down, scroll back up, click on the table, update table, entire table, hasn't picked it up. So you do have to set your new styles, your new styles, like that one. You need to base it on one of the heading styles that's already preset, otherwise, like this, it looks great in the document. Well, it doesn't look great actually, but it's in the document, but you can't actually pick it up on the table of contents, which slightly makes it pointless. It's also not being picked up on this left hand side either in the navigation pane. So heading styles are a superb tool. You can send things into PowerPoint and it will create presentations for you based on heading styles. Any heading style one will be a slide, and then these will be bullets on a slide. That's just to send to PowerPoint option, which I've got up there, I think. Yeah, that one. You just need to add that button and off it goes. Just create a slide and you're ready to go with the outline of a document in a PowerPoint presentation. But that's all I want to talk about on table of contents for this little session. So hopefully that was okay, and I'll see you on the next one.